This video is brought to you by the good folks at KEH. Not only is KEH the oldest and biggest at what they do, buying and selling exclusively used camera gear of all sorts since 1979, but they do it well, with integrity and both a 180-day warranty and 21-day return policy, free shipping on transactions over $49. Which is why, because they make it as futz-free a process as possible, they are our go-to whenever we are looking to fund new purchases by selling our own gear or buying that special used piece of kit properly graded and checked when we want to go quirky or old school. Check them out using the special links and 5% discount or bonus code in the video description below. Thank you, KEH. Why, in an age of smartphones equipped with multiple sensors and lenses, knitted together through computational imaging, are we even talking about pocket wonders? That is, dedicated cameras that are so small they can actually fit into a pocket. The short answer is because even with smartphones' cutting-edge computational power, far more intuitive user interface, radically greater convenience, unmatched connectivity, superior metering, and weather sealing. Wait a minute. Well, setting those things aside, the short answer is the right dedicated pocket camera can offer superior image quality and or user experience by dint of a larger and or higher resolution sensor, greater lens selection, real physical controls, and a dedicated EVF. So much better image quality, in fact, that we might feel comfortable leaving our larger, heavier, more complicated workhorse cameras behind. More importantly, however, I think anyway, is this. What pockets, precisely, are we talking about? Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for Three Blind Men and an Elephant, and today we're going to talk briefly about pocket wonders. Now, this is not intended to be an exhaustive exploration of the smallest dedicated cameras. Not even a review of particular pocket cameras per se, although I will make a recommendation or two or three. But instead more a primer on how to think about pocket cameras, with special emphasis on the pockets themselves. Why? Well, because pockets are what offer you the lightest, most discreet carry of all. Because without pockets, there's no such thing as pocket wonders. But you do have to think about precisely into which pockets you intend to place those cameras, because if you get it wrong, you may find yourself going from stealth to stealable, comfortable to irritable, or even worse, in some quarters, unfashionable. Take shirts, for example. Ordinarily, you might think, awesome, weak side cross carry, immediately accessible and already near eye level. But no. Never carry a camera in a shirt pocket because A, it is all but inevitable that your shirt will not be sufficiently stiff to carry the camera, no matter how small, without fabric droop. Very uncool. B, then there's the issue of the camera constantly banging against your chest as you walk. Entertaining, maybe, for the first few feet, then quickly graduating from annoying to painful. Unless you're wearing spandex, which, if you're watching this channel, I'm betting you're not. And then, of course, there's the too often possibility of your tiny pocket wonders simply falling out of an unsecured chest pocket as you reach for who knows what, a latte, a shoelace, and watching it crash to a concrete floor. Bad for the camera, worse for your street cred, you schlemiel, you schlemazel, you schmendrick. Pants and jackets are really where it's at, but I am not talking about photo vests because they scream you're either a fisherman who has lost his way or someone begging to have his or her equipment and passport liberated from the confines of their fabric prisons. So let's move on to pants, which we can roughly divide into the regular and cargo varieties. When it comes to regular pants, for today we're talking about the traditional 2 front pockets and 1 or 2 back pockets. No zippers, no buttons, no flaps. Think, for example, M. Taylor for the sartorially literate among us. Now, you might think the most obvious pocket for pants like this is the traditional strong side rear carry. You can quickly whip it out and have it up to eye level in a blink. That didn't come out right. Which is great, so long as A, you're never going to sit down with the camera in the pocket. B, you're not worried about being pickpocketed. And or C, you have no fashion sense. I mean, what's the purpose of fashionable pants, never mind skinny jeans, if you're going to let your pockets bulge? That didn't come out right either. In other words, back pocket carry is not a great idea. It's a bad idea. Although, if you insist upon carrying a camera in your back pocket, a smartphone would likely be more comfortable because it's much flatter with almost no protruding edges for the fabric to catch on. Although, earlier iPhones of the Bendgate era are probably not a good idea, and, well, yeah, it's just a bad idea all the way around. In other words, we're really talking about one of the two front pockets on pants like this for Pocket Wonder carry. The problem is that you are most likely to be carrying your keys in your strong side pocket, in which case you do not want your camera to share that pocket with them. Scratches, most quickly on the rear screen, being an inevitable byproduct of proximity and constant jostling. Been there, done that, have the t-shirt. Which in turn means digging the camera out of your weak side pocket. Which isn't terrible, although it is if you've decided, as well you might, that your wallet should go there instead. Oh, heads up. Carrying a 5G phone and a remote car key fob in the same pocket, whichever pocket it is, does not always work well. Not sure an AirTag and key fob work great together in the same pocket either. We actually bricked our 2020 Mini Countryman Cooper S All-4 the first time I did that. It just wouldn't start. And Mini's roadside assistance was useless. First, they asked us to retry the steps we'd already gone through by reading the manual and searching for videos of other people who'd had the same problem. Then they suggested we change the key fob battery, and when that didn't work, which we didn't expect would, because how likely is it that both batteries would die at precisely the same time, they told us the car would have to be towed to a dealer, which was not going to happen. We had places to be with limited time to get there. Eventually, Claudia and I figured it out on our own. We waited a couple of minutes. I asked Claudia to hold the phone a couple of feet away, and then the car started right up like always. Anyway, the point is, everyday shirts and pants do not have great pockets for Pocket Wonder cameras. So, my suggestion is, look at other pockets. Like the ones in cargo pants. Now that's a whole different story, baby. Of course, we've given up any ghost at that point of being fashionable. Mario Testino and his Contax T2 need not apply. I'm not talking Gap, Banana Republic, or H&M. I'm talking real cargo pants. I'm talking 511 tactical. Maybe Duluth trading. Fair enough. In any event, we're talking big, multitudinous, heavy-duty, and closable/secure pockets pretty much everywhere, save the front pockets, using buttons, Velcro, or zips, which make cargo pants pockets perfect for, say, carrying your keys in your strong side front pocket, wallet in rear weak side pocket because it is closable and secure, and carrying your iPhone 13 Pro Max, other large smartphone, or dedicated Pocket Wonder in your strong side cargo pocket. I've carried this way many times, but 5G changed that for us. If your smartphone is your camera and it's 5G, and if you do have problems, then weak side it is for it. Alternatively, you can put your wallet and phone in the weak side cargo pocket. Now, maybe your earbuds in your weak side front pocket, keys once again in your strong side front pocket, and this time your strong side cargo pocket for your dedicated Pocket Wonder. Your glutes will thank you, and you'll be more likely to successfully draw your camera from said pocket, even if you're sitting. Among today's smallest Pocket Wonders, call it the 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixel class, I'd go Sony RX100 7 for autofocus performance and reach up to a full frame equivalent of 200 millimeters, Canon's GX5 II for better menu system, touch rear screen interface, and ergos, or Panasonic's Lumix XL100 Mark II for minimal futzing, as in best physical controls, with no need to pop up an EVF because the LX100 Mark II has a full-time one built in. Then again, with pockets this big and secure, you have the option of even better image quality in ergos. I'd be inclined to go for Fujifilm's 24-megapixel APS-C X100V, for instance. I know, it's limited to the non-interchangeable 23mm lens, but it's much improved over the previous one, and with a first time ever in the series articulating rear screen, it is just a wonderful street photography camera. Relatively low pocket drag, too. Although, walk around for too many miles or too often with any camera in your main cargo pocket, and A, your thigh will begin to feel like a piece of meat pounded by Gordon Ramsay, and B, you will wear away the hair on your leg. I'm talking about us guys. Trust me on that one. With all of that out of the way, let's shift gears to the best pockets for pocket wonders, which you'll find in jackets. Let's start with a relatively lightweight, unlined but fully featured two-season jacket, call it summer and fall, from, since we just mentioned them, Duluth Trading. I have one. I don't think they make this particular model anymore, but it looks good, I think, wears like iron, and I like it very much. It has been my go-to for years for moderate weather, with pit zips to extend the temperature range in which it can operate into early summer or early winter, in that case with an additional layer underneath. I've often used the zippered front left exterior chest pocket to carry a smaller iPhone Pro Max in a crunch, or any number of 1-inch sensor cameras I've personally owned, like the RX100 Mark IV or, way back in the day, Canon's S90. Again, the LX100 II would do just as well, although I'd say this pocket is also good for a 24-megapixel APS-C Ricoh GR3, although with ergos far less satisfying than X100V and with no viewfinder, this particular pocket wonder is not my cup of tea. Of course, your mileage may vary, and that's fine. Irrespective of which camera you do favor, you could use the interior left chest pocket or the interior lower right pocket to store any of these cameras. These are also good places to keep an extra battery or two, or three in the case of the Ricoh. But the real draw of this particular jacket is the large Velcro-sealed external side pockets. Now, you are definitely talking Fujifilm X100V capacity, maybe the interchangeable lens X-E4 with 23 pancake in the strong side cargo pocket, maybe a 56 1.2 available in the weak side one, with extra batteries wherever you want. Maybe even a full frame 42 megapixel RX1R2 with integrated 35mm f2, Sony a7c with a very compact Samyang Rokinon or slightly larger Tamron 35 2.8 attached, again strong side, with something a little longer or capable of going a lot shallower in the other pocket, say a Voigtlander 40mm f1.2, Sigma 65 f2, or Samyang Rokinon 75 1.8. But the two things the Duluth jacket isn't is water repellent and capable of operating in deep winter. So let's turn to a jacket that rectifies both of these deficiencies. My favorite for carrying cameras without a bag, my waxed cotton removable lining Barber border jacket. I bought mine a size larger so that I could layer up for the worst of British winters anyway. One of the very first things I bought almost a quarter century ago when we moved to England. It has significantly larger external pockets, secured with more secure dual snaps than the Duluth jacket's Velcro, larger internal pockets as well. Now we're talking a different class of pocket wonder, like a Leica Q2. A Leica CL with Summicron TL23 f2 attached in one pocket, maybe Leica's Summilux TL35 1.4 and or Elmer TL62.8 in the other. Maybe an M10P or M10R. Even a Leica M11 with VISIFLEX 2 and Elmar 2438 attached in one pocket, a Leica Summicron 50 f2 and or Leica Elmer at 92.8 in the other. Cameras so good that we're giving up nothing in the way of image quality to our workhorse cameras, all while being British genteel or horsey set fashionable anyway. You get the idea. that's just me. I'd love to see your ideas about pocket wonders and the pockets in which we place them in the comments section below. That's it, with a special shout out to KEH for making this video possible, and in fact giving me the idea of doing a pocket wonder video in the first place. And, oh yeah, helping me snag this bad boy, a pristine Leica Elmar 24 3.8, completing my definition of an M lens holy trinity at a great price. In fact, my definition of the greatest pocket camera of all time. A big shout out to KEH for sponsoring this video, a great resource for finding just this kind of gear. Check them out using the special links and 5% discount or bonus code in the video description below. Thank you, KEH. If you like what you've seen here today, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, join the conversation below, because this is an incredible audience. If you'd like a copy of our Streets of New York, the book, head over to www.3bmep.com/books. If you'd like to schedule a one-on-one video session with me for a portfolio review, explore or hone your artistic voice, select gear, and more, sign up at www.3bmep.com/booking. Finally, consider supporting our work by using our no-cost-to-you affiliate links down below, picking up some official Three Blind Men and an Elephant swag at 3bmep.threadless.com, sending coffee money via PayPal, or best of all, join us as a patron over at Patreon. However you choose to support us, as always, we thank you for it.